Welcome back to Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Red. Got a video today from Mankind. Scientific proof that body count matters. Please text Red down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get it, Chow. It's Chow Time. It's science.
Women store DNA from every man they've ever made love with, study finds. This is out of the University of Washington in collaboration with...
I also wonder about this study. If the man like shoots the club up, or it's just every time a man enters, there's some DNA left over. I want to know about that.
For the Cancer Institute, scientists discovered that women harvest DNA from the partners that they have unprotected sex with over the years.
What? So cards on the table. The title of the video is a little misleading because this actually hasn't been proven yet, contrary to what the title of the article says. But they have speculated about it. The very scientists who did the study. So I'm going to fact check this guy throughout this clip because clearly he has no problem trying to misinform people. But look, even when I looked on Reuters to fact check everything, even they couldn't disprove, even they said that it just hasn't been proven yet. They're not outright saying that it's not true. Like even Reuters says...
It makes sense to me that they would keep some DNA. It's just because how, like, women bodies seems to work. Because you're shooting into it.
Both the 2012 study in the article and another study from 2005 by one of the same authors speculated about the possibility, yet to be explored, that male DNA found in a woman's bloodstream, aka microchimerism, could partly be due to intercourse.
That makes sense because we have microplastics in us from what we eat and what we absorb from our bodies, from the things we use. So if you're just constantly, gobbling up what and getting shot up in the club, it makes sense that that's gonna transform into you like how plastic does. I ain't no scientist.
Among other already known sources, and one of the main sources they think is the cause is due to previous male pregnancies, male fetuses. Several studies have identified male DNA in the brains of both humans and mice who have previously been pregnant with male fetus. But here's the thing. Male microchimerism was not infrequent in women without sons. So if they haven't had previous male pregnancies, what could it be from? So they go on to list a bunch of causes here, including sexual intercourse. And as far as I could find, none of these sources have been definitively proven yet. So if none of it's been proven, then all of it is possible. You have to think there's some validity to it when the scientists who are doing the study are speculating about it. So look, at the moment, take all of this with a grain of salt, but there is more information to lend a bit more weight to the whole idea. Check it out.
There's even another study, revisiting telegony, I don't know if you ever heard of this one, that offsprings can inherit unacquired characteristics from mothers' previous mates.
Damn, that's
weird. Like, I can't imagine that your son or daughter is going to get pieces of DNA from other males, considering that it's supposed to be the Y, like, it's only one DNA that gets passed down, either the Y or the X, and then for the women, it's only the X, because that's all they got. So, where did another X come in, or another Y came in? I'm like, fucking science, man.
very upsetting.
You heard that right. So you can have intercourse with a woman from which an offspring is created, and that offspring can have DNA and traits that was acquired from a previous partner that the woman had.
Oh, this reminds me of when I watched the SVU and stuff like that. There was that one rapist that had different DNA. He had different DNA in his like scalp hair or his head area, and he had different DNA in like other parts of his body. So when they DNA tested him, he didn't come like positive as the rapist. Is that what is going on? Is that how the DNA is going into other people, where they literally have parts of them that are different DNA than other parts? Science.
This is not good.
So obviously this is the scariest part here, but it's also the most misleading, man. The guy clearly wants to insinuate that this study was done on humans, but it's actually a study done on flies. But look, that doesn't invalidate the information. We were just talking about studies done on mice and humans that show that they found male DNA in women's brains. So, this information is important. It shows us that this phenomenon, that an offspring can take on the traits of a parent's previous partners, that phenomenon occurs in nature. So look, take that information, add it to what we already know, and we're going to add another piece
interesting.
to the puzzle. Check it out.
I was even looking on the psychology today. There's a bunch of studies about the psychological impact for women that seminal fluid has. So even when a gentleman inside of a woman, that semen can affect her mentally. Now, for some people, this is surprising, but I take it back to like C. diff and other diseases that disrupt your gastrointestinal system. And sometimes you have to have like a donation of stool, like a, poop, feces. You got to get the good shit. There's these companies that harvest
That's true.
particularly healthy stool, and it gets donated, inserted into people with these issues, right? And if the donor has psychological problems, they found this. I'm telling you, like if the donor has psychological issues like depression, and he donates his poop and it's inserted into someone else, that person can then display suddenly symptoms of depression. How wild is that? People do not realize how much microbiome and just your intestines and all of that situation you got going on can affect you mentally. Like we know, but it affects you physically. Your mentality changes.
So this is the most valid bit here. There appears to be strong evidence for the treatment of transmission of psychiatric illnesses through FMT. FMT meaning fecal microbiota transplantation, basically saying that they're looking into treating, psychological illness with shit transplants. And we also know that when a man finishes inside of a woman, it can affect her physiology, and she absorbs all kind of hormones through that.
I mean, her body's like pretty much sending a whole bunch of antibodies to fight against it and everything. So it's a whole battle going on down there.
What does this tell us when you put all this information together? Well, first of all, we have correlational evidence that a woman stores male DNA in her brain through previous sexual partners. We have the scientist who did the original study on this stuff speculating that to be true. We also know that the phenomenon where an offspring can take on the traits of a parent's previous partners actually exists in nature. We know that. And we also know that when you take biological material from one human and introduce it into another, that it can affect their physiology. Them. So if it happens to be true that a woman does store male DNA from previous sexual partners, and we know that this biological material can affect her physiology. We also know that
I think this is probably why the women that are ran through the most, that didn't use protection, that just got their clubs shot up, probably are probably the most unstable people out there, because they just had so much DNA and all of the mental illnesses and all of the things from all these other partners. Literally, like, you can't even count how many partners they got. It makes sense that their brain are just so wired so crazily now.
Mothers obviously pass on their physiology and their traits to their children. It's really easy to infer that this mother's previous partners could potentially impact the characteristics of a child. It's not that far-fetched,
I don't think
honestly. So look, I think when, considering a woman's body count based on this criteria, there's a little validity here, at least a sliver. Like, maybe it shouldn't be at the forefront of your decision making, but shit, there's something to it, right? Look, I'm no scientist. I'm just putting the information together best I can. Do with it as you will. Good.
We're both idiots. Do not listen to mankind or me. We're just giving out some stuff that we see. Not everything we say is correct.
Luck out there, gentlemen.
Thank God you look like your picture.
Motherfucker. You have to take me back! No! What do you mean you're sorry? You're sorry? I'm sorry. You're sorry? You're sorry?
Oh, they're so cute together. Jimmy, I'm focused right
You're
now.
focused.
My life is better. Things are a little clearer. No, married people, you married, they say, happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, they say that.
Yeah, you look like happy hostages.
What's not a Lexus? No, it's not. No, it's a Hyundai Sonata. Do you have a Lexus? On your own? Oh, damn! All right then. All right then. Didn't you just win a Roku or something? Like, all right then. Do you work for this company?
No. Who's up?
No, you don't. You were the plus one. Oh, okay. Shut up then.
Who's next?
My bad.
I cannot imagine bringing my woman to a work function among my colleagues and having her act like that.
Like bragging about a Lexus? Really? That you didn't even pay for? Fuck.
You know, you scratch our backs, we'll scratch yours.
Well, Jules, the funny thing about my back is that it's located on my car.
Nailed it. The universe knows that we're not ready for a relationship. That's why neither of us have found anybody. Yep. Leave it to the cosmos. It's out of our hands. It's the reason we can't get in a relationship. The stars aren't aligning. The Big Dipper said nope. It's not because of our personality or looks or anything like that. Obviously, the stars have something to do with this.
It's science.
Science.
Split it?
Yeah, I'll pay half, you pay half.
Do we split the mortgage?
Well,
Do we split the car outside?
no.
Who pays the T-Mobile bill?
You do.
You have your cute little job, pay the cute little bill. This isn't fair.
You really want me to pay for all of
You
it?
want me to pay for everything and make investments for us and worry about our future? How about you take care of something?
Damn right.
Okay.
I think
My
that's
man.
only fair.
I felt good. Yeah, I think it's pretty goddamn fucking fair, but you know, this is par for the course for the hypocrisy of the strong, independent woman.
Hey man, I'm gonna give you 3 good reasons to chase that woman, especially if you think she for you.
My man. I'm glad that younger men are realizing it.
Well, first, let me
worth
say, I think you make some really interesting points.
I'm not even gonna say anything, it's so embarrassing.
So if you didn't actually see what's going on in that clip, go back and take a closer look. You're gonna be surprised. But my question here is that do you think he just goes through the lists and names of people in his classes, and when he comes across a woman, he just checks on OnlyFans if she's there? My bet is that there are women in that class right now who got just as embarrassed as he did when they saw that.
I know guys love to be the new and they don't want to chase, but you have to chase.
I don't have to chase. It's like I can just walk up to you and you're not gonna get too far from me.
Bitch, I'm cool.
Don't I chase you?
I don't really answer DMs. I don't give them the chance.
Gosh darn it! Shit!
Sucks for us.
Okay, but you want them to chase you, but you're not going to answer them.
Yeah, keep going. One day I will.
One day you will.
Yeah, when you're deserving.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah! Oh yeah, who wouldn't want to chase a prize like this, right? With that attitude and that fucking delusion. They love to use this shame, insult, guilt, need to be right. You know, men are bitches, men are princesses. You think you're gonna shame us into chasing you when we know damn well you ain't got nothing to offer? Nah, men are just wise to your fucking game and the fact that you ain't got nothing to offer. And y'all ain't gonna chase because you know you ain't got nothing to chase with. You ain't got nothing to offer. Nah, good men aren't bitches. They're just smarter than you and way the fuck out of your league.
Oye, ¿por qué no vienes y tiras el beso acá?
Got him. And this is why I have 2 blankets on my bed.
You know what they say about the best laid plans, right?
Come on, it's a thought that counts, right?
I'm so sick and tired of all these stupid businesses leaving me their little flyers. Like, it's getting ridiculous. Sorry, but Slut Go Nuts maid services, I'm not interested.
Another example, you're with your hypothetical boyfriend or husband. He's offered $50 million, all right? $50 million, right? But all he has to do is one gay scene. Would you want him to do it?
What? What did you just say?
Okay, I'm recusing myself from this situation. Thank you very much.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, this is this one. I have a dick, yeah.
Holy mother of Jesus! She's a
Am I confused?
man.
Oh my.
Wait, what?
This was a very confusing interaction.
You ever heard that story about the guy who would spike his dates' drinks with Viagra to see if they were packing because he was afraid this type of shit would happen? You gotta be fucking careful out there these days, fellas.
So what kind of what shit? Sorry. What kind of fuck? Wait, hold on. Sorry.
Brother!
What?
Keep trying,
What
keep
kind of
trying.
girls are you into?
You gotta get out there.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So this next video is completely unrelated, but I had to put it in because it's so fucking dumb, it made me laugh. It's some guy who decided it'd be a good idea to go talk shit to mailboxes in his rollerblades. Yes, you heard that right. He's talking shit to mailboxes in his rollerblades. Fucking dumb, but hilarious. Check it out.
I'm out here today talking shit to mailboxes on my rollerblade. So when I'm done with my Big Mac, I put my tray on top. You McDonald's looking piece of shit. Mailbox, more like this guy's litter box. You piece of shit. Who lives here? Sally and Jack Skellington? Piece of shit. Oh, hey, Tin Man. Sorry, I haven't seen Dorothy. You heartless piece of shit.
This guy's hilarious.
If your friends don't like your wife, leave her. Be a man.
Hey, that's a really good idea.
What our
Science.
society does to our little boys is a tragedy. They come into this world full of energy and curiosity and excitement. They're rough and tumble and they're aggressive. And what do? We throw them in a desk. We tell them to shut up and be still. And when they don't want to do that, we hop them up on Adderall, dope them into submission. And then on top of that, we tell them that all the qualities that make them boys are bad. And their only intelligence is if they can regurgitate a whole bunch of shit they're not interested in. We as a society have to do a lot better than this. Because one day, these boys, they're going to be men, and our society is going to lean heavily on them. Our boys are going to be the ones that are taking care of the streets. They're going to be the ones running in the burning building. They're going to be the ones putting food on the grocery store shelves. They're going to be the ones keeping the power grid on. So maybe instead of trying to neuter our boys so fast, we need to show a little more appreciation for them.
We protect, we provide, we build, we innovate, we love. And look, all of this shit is born of this so-called toxic masculinity. What do you think is going to happen to all that as we start to neuter and sterilize?
Man, I'm so proud. When I see the little boys and the father, it gets me. You know, it really does. Like, seeing that little boy with the blue weights, just like, yeah! Like, excited to be with his dad, to pump iron with his dad, to be like his dad.
Men. You know, the great accomplishments of great men don't happen in the middle ground. They happen at the extremities, where there's a fine line between genius and madness. Because in this world, you have to take great risks to accomplish great things. It's just the way you have to accept the good with the bad. It's the way things work. And that's why men succeed, because we accept that risk. We accept the possibility of failure and we push forward anyway. All you got to do is take a quick look around you in Western society. You realize now more than ever how important it is to embrace that masculinity, embrace that fucking manhood, and everything that comes with it, the good and the bad. So look, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe before you go. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.
Does it explode? Yeah, I knew it. We do like exploding things. Don't do it, bro.
You bitch.
Yeah, I did, I think. Let me think. Yeah.
Exactly why we do not live longer than women.
Yeah.
Oh, toss him. Give him a toss.
Boom, baby. I've heard about the DNA stuff for a while now. Still no concrete proof that is, but there are good speculations, and hey, the science doesn't disprove it. So yeah, body count matters, ladies. Not just because men are insecure. Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. And catch you guys next time. Ciao.